You're listening to the What the Wrestling Podcast, the show that brings you all things wrestling with your host, RJD.
Oh, you already know what time it is.
Perfect.
What's good, baby? What the wrestling? We out here. Made some modifications. The game chair is here. Let's clap it up for the game chair. Let's clap it up for the game chair. We're gonna clap it up for the game chair. And let's hit the Don DeMarco for my wife. Don DeMarco for the wife, because she built this thing while I was picking up boxes. And man, it feels good. It feels good. Next is the desk. We're about to make some modifications to this thing, flip some things around. Slow and steady wins the race. One more, Don DeMarco. All good, all good. So, as always, it's time for the Smackdown review. And as always, hit the goddamn like button. So, first things first, follow me, RJD, What the Wrestling, on Facebook, YouTube, TikTok. We got the Discord, What the Wrestling, that will be coming up soon. And as always, RJD199 on Snapchat, RJ699 on Twitter, RJDTV for all you gamers out there. We're making some modifications. Slow and steady wins the race. As always, act like you know. Perfect. Let's go. Yes, 'tis I, RJD here, once again. Welcome. I'm not gonna lie, this camera's looking crispy today. I only hope that it records as crispy as it looks right about now. Let's make some announcements first. First announcement, we are off of Streamlabs. We getting the hell up off of Streamlabs. No more Streamlabs. It's dead, so we can kiss that goodbye. It's over, baby. No more Streamlabs. We are moving on from them. I didn't like Streamlabs, but at the end of the day, we're going back to OBS. We're going back to, no more StreamYard. Sorry. I said that completely wrong. No more StreamYard. Making some modifications behind the scenes. Excuse me if I sound a little nasal. Allergies kicking in, but we going back to the Streamlabs. Camera's looking crispy. As long as it uploads like this, we're going to keep it pushing. I got this nice, beautiful camera courtesy of my wife. We're going to make sure that the camera and the mic and everything is up to date. Definitely going to do my research and get up some more sound bites. Some cool new sound bites for you guys to hear. And as always, RJD TV will commence mañana, so look out for that. Don't know if I'm going to do Breath of the Wilds or if I'm going to continue Resident Evil. I don't know if I want to jump back and forth, but that's coming tomorrow as always. And we got also a new desk working in the winds. So we got some things coming. Got some new things coming to the channel.
Stop it.
Seriously, we got some new things coming to the channel. Looking forward to it. Looking forward to rocking out with you guys. Thank you for all the support as always. It is a beautiful thing, and it's always much appreciated. We'll be doing some test live streams tomorrow, so look out for the tests. Got to make sure everything is. Excuse me. We got to make sure everything is right first before we start rocking into everything else. And we got a lot of news, but I'm going to save the news until Monday because I want to see what happens with AEW. We got a pay-per-view coming up soon. We got Night of Champions coming up soon. We got All In coming up soon. We don't know where that's taking place. We got CM Punk news because what good is a wrestling week without CM Punk news? There's always CM Punk news. We got that going on. So we got a lot to talk about. But tonight, we're not getting into all of that. Tonight is just Smacketh of the Down. So, what happened on this show? Let's see. Pretty Deadly. Excuse me. Pretty Deadly beat the Brawling Brutes in a nice little match with the split milk. Not that big of a fan of Pretty Deadly. Didn't really like them in NXT. But with this crowd, give them some time. They'll get over. They'll get booed. Then maybe they'll get cheered. Maybe they'll do some comedy. I think it'll be funny. I could see them all over the main roster, especially with the way they look, with the way they present. I think they'll get over. Give them time. Asuka beat Zelina Vega via submission in a nice little match. Bianca Belair came to make the save post-match. And then she got misted again. So I don't know what's going on.
You stupid.
But she keeps getting misted.
Stop it. Get some help.
The only problem here is Asuka ain't beating her at the pay-per-view. I don't see it, even though I wish Asuka would beat her at the pay-per-view. Don't see it happening. AJ Styles. Excuse me. AJ Styles came out of nowhere and talked about what's going on with him on the Grayson Waller Effect. That is a debut show that I think is going to do fantastic once it gets off the ground. But the Grayson Waller Effect definitely did hit yesterday. A lot of the crowd didn't care, but give it some time. Grayson Waller is great at being a slimy sleazeball heel a la The Miz. He will be just fine. Give him some time. Street Profits beat LA Knight and Rick Boogs. Let me talk to you. So that happened. Glad to see Rick Boogs back because Taryn, I think he blew his quad or he tore his quad. Never a good thing. Good to see him back. I liked him better with Shinsuke going after the tag team titles. I think the whole 80s porn star thing that they're going for with Rick Boogs, I don't like it. Let that brother grow his hair back out. Listen, if he wants to keep the stash, he can keep the stash. But let that brother grow his hair back out, rock out with Shinsuke, push Shinsuke, and let Shinsuke and him get a shot at the tag team titles. They were making headway before he got hurt. So I think they should just go back to that, to be honest. Especially if they don't have nothing for these guys to do, because KO and Sammy are going to need challengers, and it can't just be the same 2 or 3 people every stinking week. We had Cameron Grimes on the show. He had an interview backstage, and he's optimistic. He thinks he's going to be good. He's going to be Baron Corbin again, and he's going to the moon. To the moon. So, shout out to him. We like him. We like Cameron Grimes. Karrion Kross and Scarlett unveiled a Terrier card that had AJ Styles on it. So AJ Styles will be going into a program with Karrion Kross, which makes me think he will be losing to Seth Rollins while Seth Rollins is out there shooting Captain America another movie. So, which he did allude to today. So, well, yeah, today. So we'll see. Yesterday, because yesterday was Friday. Not today.
You stupid.
So, Karrion Kross, AJ Styles, listen. If AJ can't help this brother get over, I don't know what to tell him. I still think he's missing something. Don't know what that something is, but he's missing something. Amplifier Issa Dawn beat Valentina Feroz and Yolisa Leon with a double reverse STO. Fine, nothing wrong here. Give the ladies some time, they'll be okay. Bayley and Io told Raquel she needs to go get a replacement because Liv Morgan is really hurt and she ain't wrestling right now. So they need to figure that out. Sheamus came out and addressed Mr. A-Town Down with a kick to the face. Because that's a strong lad and he ain't playing no games. He's out there to fight. And sidebar, I loved Sheamus on commentary. Fight night. Sheamus on commentary was great. Shout out to him. I think he's got a future if he's not beating up the damn commentary team. So we'll see what happens with that. So we also had your tribal chief Roman Reigns out there, and this is when it gets good. The Bloodline is straight imploding. They are about to collapse. They are about to collapse on themselves. Roman Reigns is power hungry. He wants all the belts. He wants all the titles. And being that Jimmy and Jay lost, and then subsequently they ended up losing again here tonight, spoiler, Roman is not and will not be happy. Roman Reigns came out there and he said, "Acknowledge me," and everybody cheered and acknowledged him. But then here comes KO and Sami Zayn, and he said that they need to acknowledge him because he's Roman Reigns. Why not? So he goes on this tirade and he goes on this long soliloquy before the Usos come out and they start to beat up on Sami and KO. But Roman Reigns is furious at the end of this and he says, "This was my plan. I wanted them out here and you messed up the plan. You did not execute the play.
You stupid."
Nope.
So instead, he reprimanded them and got mad at them. And on his way out of the ring, while spilling over and constantly going at them, he bumped into Solo Sikoa. And then he said, gave Solo some respect. He said, "Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. And then he got the hell out of there. Fuck this shit, I'm out. Now, this is no small task, but after that, Solo gave him a look like, "I know you didn't just bump me. I will smoke you." So, better leave Solo alone. At the end, he had a lot of pent-up anger over the past months and months and months. And Reigns kicked his cousins out of the locker room before things escalated any further because he's power hungry. And the reason why the Bloodline is going to be messed up is not because of the Usos. It's going to be because of Roman Reigns. He can't control his temper. He wants all the gold. He wants to take all the credit, none of the blame, none of the responsibility. And soon, Sami Zayn's words will get through to Jey Uso, who I think is going to turn on him first. Or maybe it'll be like a Julius Caesar thing where everybody gets their licks in, but Brutus, in this case, Jey Uso, is the last one to deal the death blow and hit him with the super kick. Later in the evening, Heyman told the Usos that Reigns had forgiven them. Jimmy asked if that meant Reigns would accompany them to the ring, and he said, definitely, no. He said definitely no. Bruh. So this was not good. He said he's forgiven them, but he ain't even go out with them to the ring. Moments before the end of the match, and the match was later on made for the LWO, Mysterio and Escobar versus the Usos, which was a good match, and it had a lot of crazy stuff going on. You know, they got all the interference, all the overbooked stuff. But what I'm more concerned about, but the LWO did end up winning after all the shenanigans and everything. There was a 619 followed by a huge splash, and Santos got the pin on Jay, I think. So that happened. That was good. Nothing wrong there. But the thing that I like the most about this is now we're finally starting to see, or they are finally starting to see that Roman showing chinks in his armor. He's not all he's cracked up to be. And he's going to be the reason why they implode. Because of his greediness, his power hungriness, and everything that he's putting them through. He is a terrible leader. He's failing right now as a leader. And because they lost the titles, this is what they have to deal with. And it sucks, but it is what it is. Roman is going to be the downfall of this team. Just enjoy the decline, baby. Enjoy the decline. So with that being said, that was your SmackDown. Pretty average, run-of-the-mill show. Nothing too crazy, nothing spectacular. We did have a few debuts, which I liked. Cameron Grimes. We had Pretty Deadly. We had a couple people that we haven't seen or that we only saw once. So I'm looking forward to that. Hopefully they keep it up and get everybody over. I have hope for Cameron. I have hope for Pretty Deadly. I really do. So let's see what happens. But other than that, I am out. Everybody be safe out there. It's Saturday right now. We got some fights going on tonight. It's fight night for real. We got MMA fights, boxing fights. We got news. We got news tomorrow and Monday because CM Punk stuff is going to be one whole episode by itself. So we got news tomorrow. We got news on Monday. We got back RJD TV tomorrow. Looking forward to all of this. It's going to be great. So with that being said, everybody be safe. I am out. Peace.